Okay, I'm going to set myself a challenge this week and see if I can break and run 30 balls. First challenge is going to be working out if I can set them up. I think it is probably best to put two triangles together. They're not going to be tight, which is a problem, but we'll see how they split. And I've no idea if this is even going to be possible. I'm on the UK pool table, so it's a 6x3 playing area. Having 30 balls in it, the issue is going to be that they're going to be very congested. If they even break, you know, split up. But I'll give myself 30 minutes to try this and see how we get on. Alexa, set me a timer for 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Let's go. Great start. Right, take two. Kept the cue ball on the table this time. I've got two. Just kept the cue ball on the table this time. Potted two. And my sight is very bad these days. I am now wearing glasses. I can't even work out if I can see that ball. Even if I can see it, it doesn't look like a particularly easy pot. So I'm going to guess at having a go at this. I could see it, just couldn't pot it. Right, good start. Take three. Right, this looks better. I've not potted off the break, but I'm going to play on regardless from that. I have got some pottable balls here. And as I expected, this shoe is right in the middle of the table. So I've got a few. I think what I'll do, I want to try and get in there as soon as possible, I think. And I'll leave this one here, just in case I get into a bit of trouble. I mean, the only other one that I can pot is this, but I don't know where the position is after it. I'll possibly need to, well, if I bring the cue ball back to there, I can get this yellow out of the way. But it might be worth trying to screw back into this one to try and develop that. That doesn't go in there, those middles are too tight, but I can maybe get it over there and leave myself on that one. I can maybe do this in two shots. So if I screw back to about here and leave myself this yellow in there, if I leave myself an angle, I can pot that yellow and go into that, I think. Let's just get a few pots in the board. In fact, I can, there's a very small gap here. I can get this yellow, which I might take this yellow just now and trust to luck, because I can pot it. It means that the black goes in there, but I can also try and bring the cue ball into the pack and open up a few others. I can't pot it, I can't get the exact potting angle on this. I would like to hit this thin, so I'm going more into the balls here and more pace in the cue ball, but I'll need to pot this fat, which means I'm probably cannoning into about here, which isn't really what I want. Right, so I've managed that, and I was always going to be, you know, have a chance in this one, but I've got a few pots here. I've got that black ball that we spoke about. What I might do though, is I can pot this red in that middle, and that means that the cue ball is going into them again. And I should, you know, that's my kind of safety. The thing is, at this stage, I can move these, but I'm probably moving them all into, you know, I'm not making anything more potable really. But I think this has got to be the strategy, that you're always moving balls. So you see, I opened them up, but still none of them go really. But by doing this, I might create plants that I can get to. So I've got a few more that I can pot. So I've got this red now. Maybe take the black after it. It's unfortunate that that's not a plant. I've not got any plants at the moment. If I can take this one out of the way, It means once I go over that side of the table, if I pot that one, I can get the black into here. If I get the black into here, it opens up that yellow. So I might do it that way. So I'll maybe try and pot this red, that black, and then that red, and then come back down the table. That was a poor shot. So I didn't want to leave myself here because I didn't like cutting back, and I wanted to leave myself here. I'm now straight on it, so I can pot it, but I can't get position on that ball that I wanted. So I'm going to have to come back down the table and take an easier one. So I can maybe play for either of these two. But then it means I might have to try a plant, which is risky. But that could open things up. I also could, I've got the angle on the red that could go into the balls. I think it might be worth the risk. So I've still got that one there. I should have, I'll maybe play, I don't have the whole pocket to aim for, and I'm cutting it back, which makes this slightly tricky. So I might take this one first actually. Take it first, leave the white there, and go into them from that side. Yeah, I'm going to trust a bit of luck here. If I don't end up on anything there, hopefully I've still got an option in one of these down here. Yes, I've not had any luck really. I can get that one in the middle, but that is a difficult shot from that angle. But if I take that one down there, I'm removing my safety net. I think I've got to take this one in the middle, and it is very, very missable. And I don't even get position after it. I'm cannoning into them. And I'm probably going to move this over there, which will put that out of commission. But I might be able to manufacture a plant. Probably just need to concentrate on this pot because it is not easy. On the cushion in a narrow pocket. Done it well. So like I said, that was going into there. I knew that was happening. I could plant this just now. So I've got the one in the middle. I might take this one in the middle just to get it out of the way. Or should I plant it? I'm going to plant this. I'm going to try with the plant just now. And what I can do is I can screw into these two to try and open them up. Should still have the option of that one or that one. This red ball will go off here. It'll probably come back to here as well actually. So like I said, it was coming back towards that wall. That was unlucky. Alexa, how long left on my timer?
You have 19 minutes left.
19, so I've taken 11 minutes so far, and I've had 3 racks and only one of them I've potted from. So I might have to try and speed this up a little. This could be a plant down there, which would be good. These look a bit more open. This goes in half a pocket. Yes. I'm going to take a bit more risk here. I'm taking shots. They're maybe a little bit harder. Try and open something out a bit. And you see me struggling with my shoulder there to get on that. don't know if that goes. That would be good if it did, but like I say, my eyesight's not the greatest just now. I'm gonna have to pot this and move this over there, which might destroy the plant. No! Thought I'd come back too far there. I wanted to leave myself an angle to pot this and go into them. What that does though is it ruins that plant. I've not been left an easy one. They've opened quite well. I can maybe plant that onto there, or do I take this one? I think I might just take this one. Looks a bit easier. If I play it with top, I'm canning on the right hand side of the yellow, which will take the cue ball back to this way, which hopefully means that I get on that black. As I said, the cue ball was coming here, but I've covered the black now. I've got this one. I'm going to run into the same problem. If I get the cue ball back here, they're all covering each other. So I need to play this with top left hand side and try and get a cannon on them, which will allow me to get the black. It might make them awkward, but it opens up that pocket. No. I was just too worried about that. That's the type of shot that's quite easy to hit thick. So I erred on the side of caution and hit it thinner and missed it thin. And I would have been in a good position had I got that. That's annoying. So that's the best one yet. And I speeded it up a little bit, so let's carry that on. Almost a disaster there. In between frames, I decided to look at how much battery I had left on my camera, and I had 1%. Could you imagine if I did this challenge and I hadn't even recorded it? But I'm recording on a GoPro 9 just now, and the camera, the battery life on it seems to be rubbish. I don't know if anyone else has this issue. I've got a GoPro 10 as well, and the battery seems to last a lot more than that. It just, I've got my speaker and stuff set up on the 9, so that's why I use that rather than the 10. But let's get back to it. Alexa, how long left in the timer?
You have 15 minutes left on your 30-minute timer.
Oh dear.
Currently paused.
Okay, Alexa, resume timer.
Your 30-minute timer is 0 and shed echo dot with about 15 minutes left.
Right. So we potted off the break and they've all clustered. So let's stop the chat and just see if we can open some stuff up. It's quite a good shot. If I can get into it. I wonder, I could cannon that, but it's going to make everything down there quite awkward. So I wonder if there's a way to avoid that. I don't even know. Don't even know what that was. Get away from there, get away. There's no obvious ball to play for. I don't think I've gone far enough. Nope. And that's not it. It's not a good split. don't think I can get over here, but that's the only place where things go. Oh, a bit lucky there, getting the black. The ball that I was on. You see I screwed into that so I could get the cue ball back there. That's unlucky. Now I've got nothing obvious to play for, even if I do pot this. I'm going to take this one out of the way, because if my cue ball gets stuck down there, it means that I might have a half decentish pot at one of them. But if I can get to here, then I can play for that one. I don't think that goes. But both of these go, so I could leave myself an angle to get into them. So I just want the cue ball back a little bit here, not much. Gone too far, I think. So I'll take the outside edge one. Now I wish that one went in there, because I would be guaranteed to be on it. So I'm going to have to try and get on something from here. Hit this quite hard. I'm on nothing. I have to hope something goes. Yes, yes, please be good. I'm not going to get lucky twice, am I? At least the cue ball's a bit more free. I wonder if I can make this squeeze now. So if I hit it straight, it's hitting about here. Because they're touching, I need to hit this side of it. I can't really get much of that side. The cue ball's going close. That's all I've got. Oh, I've made it. Come on, be good. Right. I have got this one down here. But should I take... I think if this red wasn't here, I would play this one. It just makes it too awkward, I think, because I would like to leave that there. I'm going to take it. And I'm going to take the one on the cushion there. I think I've left myself... Such a bad shot. I've left myself straight. Yep. Should I take the one in the middle? Because I've left myself straight, I can only leave my cue ball here, which is a horrible pot. So I'm going to take a risk. This is a difficult shot, but I'm going to try and pot that in here. So what it means is my cue ball is bringing that one out, and at worst, so this one, I'll try and get it over that pocket, but at worst, I should have a longish pot on that one, if I make the pot. Ah, that was close. That would have been a good chance, I think. Well. I'd actually rather that they didn't pot, you know, if they just kind of stayed there, because now I've got one pot and then I've got nothing after it, nothing goes. Yeah, what's side in this? May have to try and open these. Oh, got very heavy contact on that. I might end up swerving this. I want to play it with side to try and open them up, but because I'm bridging over that ball, I might swerve it, which would make me miss. Oh, just. I didn't get into them very well though. A good angle, so I can bring this one. Alexa, stop. Okay, that's it, time's up, so it's my last chance. So we're going to try and bring this one out. Shoot up that now. That push, I can try and make that plant. It's not great, I'm not on it. I do not like that plant. Could try and plant this. The difficulty is I need to hit it on the left hand side and I can't see all the left hand side for that red, and my cue ball is going over here, which is no good. Maybe back across. Maybe make that. I think I've got to take it, I've got nothing else. Unless I plant it onto the red. Should I plant it onto the red? Is that harder? No guts, no glory. Be good. I think that's too thin, I need to hit about there. I can get the red in. It's quite close to the cushion. It takes a cue ball in there though. Good. It's not bad. Still got a plant that doesn't go. There's no obvious ball after this. I wonder if I just take the cue ball down here. Actually, I can't. The cue ball's heading over that way. Is it? I can try and open them up, but I've got no obvious ball that I'm going to end up on. I wonder if I could get the cue ball to here through this gap, because it means I can pot that and then get on that. It's not easy to judge, and if it goes wrong, I don't have an easy pot. Oh, completely misjudged it. That was terrible. It sounded so heavy. I've actually got very lucky. That's not what I played in the slightest. What a terrible shot. I don't know if I'm using 2 sets of balls. Well, obviously 2 sets of balls, but I don't know if you can tell the difference in the colour. There's obviously an older set here, and they feel very heavy. So I'm getting inconsistent bounces. Right. But I played a little developing shot there, and it went okay. I'm feeling nervous. I'm not hitting these well at all. I didn't mean to cannon that. The cue ball should have been over there. But it shows you I'm like trying so hard here. Even that, I didn't feel confident in that. And I've not got on it. That red ball is a menace. I wonder if I can just... I don't know. I mean, if I hit it, it's heading towards there. I can possibly nip the pocket enough and it leaves me here, which opens things up, which is good. But it's missable. Do I take the easy one? I can maybe bring this out. Guaranteed to be on them. I don't even think the cannon's on here. You can see I'm all over the shop. If I played it with topspin, I wasn't getting the cannon. So I tried to pinch it a little bit. Completely messed it up. I think it's time to take the plant now. I knew as soon as I'd hit that, I'd missed it. That's a tough routine. Yeah. How many goes does it take? That's 2 misses. Two misses. Tough one.